Hey guys, Joe here, and here I am today to talk to you about 4 steps to beating your tournament nerves. Now this is of course for those newer players, or for the players that are just barely getting into tournament. I want to talk about how you can beat some of those nerves, how most of them really shouldn't matter that much, and just how you can get through all of this, and then get past your first tournament, and then go to more and more tournaments, and have a lot more fun in the future. With all that said, let's get this started. The first thing I'd say is that you want to decide on a date to go to the tournament, and actually go on that date. Don't procrastinate the date, because you will get a lot more nervous waiting for the tournament for week after week, than if you just actually go to it straight when you really wanted to in the first place. If you do delay it over and over again, then you'll just get more and more nervous, and it'll pretty much just make you end up not wanting to go after a few weeks. Now let's say that you actually did decide a certain date to go into a tournament, and that you did actually go. Well, the first thing you should do there, or the first thing you should do when you get there, is to talk to people and be social. Try to find some friends, or try to find some people that like similar things like you, which won't be really hard because they all like Smash Bros, and I'm assuming you like Smash Bros too because you're going to a tournament. You can really talk about a lot of stuff. You can talk about news, talk about a cool combo you saw, talk about pretty much anything, talk about Sakurai, whatever you really want. Just try to be social, make some friends, and that's how you'll have a lot of fun. Don't go to your first tournament and then be quiet the whole time and wait for them to come to you. Try to go to them. At the same time, don't be way too pushy and don't be like, yo, I want to join this conversation. You know, wait until they stop talking a little bit, then go up to them and talk to them. Now, a lot of times, once you actually start talking to them for a little bit, you can realize that they are also a little bit nervous at the game. And when you realize that other people are a little bit nervous at playing, then it kind of can calm your nerves a little bit. But there's always that one guy that says he's not nervous at all, and that he is ready to just go straight into that game. But at the same time, you can gain some strength from that. You can realize, you know, I don't really have to be nervous for this tournament. So you could gain strength either way, and I find both ways to actually work for yourself pretty well. Now, the next thing I would say that would help you a lot in losing some of the nerves and actually helping you a lot in your tournament gameplay is asking people that you just met for some friendlies, and then asking them for any advice that you could get for the tournament. Pretty much ask about every player in the game, or at least most of the players that are there, or at least if you have a smaller team, just ask about some of the best players, and ask about some tips that you can use that work against them. Ask some things that they always do wrong, ask some things that they always use a lot, just like your people there could probably tell you that they use a lot of shields, they could say that they use a lot of dash attacks, they should tell you that they use a lot of grabs. They can pretty much tell you any tips that can help you really think about the other players, and then once you do have that information, it'll make it a lot less scary. If you know that this one guy dash attacks a lot, you could probably realize that, wait, I can just shield a lot of these dash attacks, and then within the actual tournament match, you really won't be as worried because it won't all be random. You'll know some stuff about the players, and you'll be a little bit more prepared and a little bit more ready to actually fight them. Now, the final thing that I'd say would really help me the most is to try to come to realize that none of these random people will really care / judge you at all for losing some of your first few tournament matches. Now, if you've been to a tournament for like 30 months or whatever, then they might start judging you, but if it is just your first few, like your first month or first 3 months or whatever, they probably won't care way too much. The only person that will really be judging you is yourself and nobody else, so you have to remember that. Also remember that personally you can get better and you can start winning even if you initially call yourself a baddie. Try to think about how good you will be in the first few months and how much better you'll get over time after practice, and try to get those initial negative thoughts telling yourself bad. Try to get those negative thoughts out of your head, and they'll definitely help you improve your mindset, and it'll help you get rid of a lot of your nerves within you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that this did help you in some ways if you are about to go to one of your first tournaments, or if you've been to a few tournaments but you have been a little bit nervous. Maybe you could apply some of these. Of course, the first step won't really help you, but some of the other sets may help you. Thank you guys for watching though. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.